The quality of teachers at Hogwarts is so variant I can't stand it. Happy Tuesday, Potterheads, and I should say Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate. I am not filming today, don't worry. I am resting, I know, on Christmas. I edited and uploaded and filmed all over the weekend, so don't worry. I'm not working. Movie magic, I know. But if you're watching this to escape your family and you're also eating a piece of pie, tell me what kind of pie you're eating and who you don't want to see right now. Today we are talking about Chapter 7 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and last week we talked about a complicated situation with Hagrid as a teacher. This week we are going to talk about one teacher who is unequivocally bad and another teacher who is inarguably incredible. But first, if you need to, go ahead and pause and read the recap in the description below. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you would like, you can click the subscribe button and click the notification bell right next to it. And if you want to start all the way over back at book 1, you can click the card in the top left right there. Also book 2. Bet you guys can't guess what I'm going to talk about first. Just please be kind. Oh, don't worry, Professor. I'm not going to be too harsh. I'm lying. Snape is a way worse teacher than Hagrid.
Oh, hey, come on. You said you weren't going to be mean.
Severus, I'm not going to say anything this week that won't be 100% factual. Would you like me to list some of the reasons that you're a worse teacher than Hagrid?
Yes, well, go ahead. Let's hear why you think I'm not a better teacher than that oaf.
Okay, now hold on. You can't ask for kindness from me and then turn on the insults for people that aren't even here.
Yes. Sorry.
He's so much more apologetic in the real world. This is weird.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, first piece of evidence, Snape apparently just lectures the recipes to his students. In this chapter, he reprimands Neville for not remembering that he said that only one rat spleen is needed, or that just a dash of leech juice will be necessary.
Well, he obviously didn't listen.
Not your turn, Severus. Don't make me write a diss track song parody about you.
Sorry.
Now, potions class is basically about mastering recipes, right? So I would imagine that the first time you're having them do something, you would probably give them a written recipe to go off of and not just expect them to remember it off the top of their head. It really appears that Snape is just lecturing these recipes to his students once and then expecting them to have it perfectly memorized just after that one time. We already know he's not too keen on students taking notes during his class. In Harry's first year, when Harry is diligently taking notes, he just assumes that Harry's slacking off instead of trying really hard to pay attention. So Snape is such an ineffective teacher that his best method of teaching is to just recite a recipe to his students, expect them to have it memorized, and then get upset with them when they don't get it perfect on the first try. And okay, maybe they do have the recipe in front of them and Snape is doing his Half-Blood Prince thing and making modifications. And maybe his lecture is just telling them these modifications. Maybe that's true. Even still, he should make his adjustments clearly known and easily visible, and then explain to his students why these adjustments will work better.
Yes, I suppose that could be more effective. However, if Longbottom had listened...
How do you not get it, dude? Just... Okay, second piece of evidence, he clearly plays favorites with his students.
Cough, everyone does. Cough. Clearly Hagrid does. Cough, cough. Slughorn too. Cough, cough.
Okay, yes, but McGonagall doesn't do that. At least not during class. Neither do the other heads of household. You don't see Hufflepuffs getting preferential treatment during herbology. In fact, one could even say that McGonagall expects better of her Gryffindors than she does of other houses' students. And here's the thing, Snapey.
My name is not...
And it's not like you're even doing something better for your favorites. You know Malfoy's not injured.
His arm is bandaged and...
You know he's not injured.
Yes.
And yet you're still allowing him not to do his own work. What is he gaining from that? Sure, Malfoy is a favorite of yours, but don't you want your favorites to succeed? How is this kind of treatment going to help him succeed in any way?
But Hagrid...
Okay, sure, Hagrid. He plays favorites. But look at what he does for Harry and Ron and Hermione. He encourages them. He supports them. He challenges them. And when they aren't acting safely or appropriately, he reprimands them. He's a good role model. A good teacher.
But Slughorn...
Ah, yes, Slughorn. An even better example. The Slug Club is a little creepy. And yeah, Slughorn is clearly doing it mostly for his own good, but look at the students that he chooses. Slughorn only invites students into the Slug Club who are already in their later years of schooling and who are showing something impressive. And he brings them together, which ultimately creates connections for all of them. Through Slughorn, those kids are going to get to know the other members of the Slug Club who are also impressive, and they're going to get to know some former Slug Club members that may help them later in their careers. Yeah, initially he's being selfish, but his favoritism kind of ends up benefiting these students. And more importantly, he's not doing it during class. He doesn't give Harry any preferential treatment during the lesson. He still expects him to show up, pay attention, and perform well during the class. All he's offering the Slug Club is an extracurricular opportunity to get together with other impressive kids and mingle. So even Slughorn, arguably one of the more icky professors in the books, is a better teacher than you.
Are we done now?
Oh, buddy, the worst is yet to come.
What? What?
You tried to murder someone's pet.
What are you talking about?
Trevor, Neville's toad, you were ready to take someone's beloved pet right in front of their eyes and murder it. You are sadistic and twisted and evil. Not only would you have killed an innocent animal, but you would have also scarred a poor young boy who is already struggling with confidence and anxiety. You would have murdered his closest companion that he clearly loves deeply. You would have taken it right out of his hands and killed it. You are sick.
But I knew the potion would be fine. I knew that Granger would help him and that the toad would not be injured.
Even if that's true, even if you knew that the potion would work, you still put that boy through that moment of emotional stress. You are not a good teacher.
Well, so much for not being too harsh.
Ooh, yeah, sorry. I did get a little intense there, huh?
Yeah, you were scaring me there for a moment.
Yeah, man, sorry about that. Just, animals. Boils my blood.
No, I totally get it.
Hey, Snape, guess what?
What?
Now I'm going to talk about how Lupin's an even better teacher than you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so guys, Lupin is like the greatest teacher that the school has ever seen. Like, tied with McGonagall. Lupin is such a fantastic teacher. Let's analyze his choice for a first lesson. Yeah, he did get a bit lucky that a boggart just so happened to take up residence somewhere in Hogwarts. But he's smart enough to know that it would make a great first lesson for a third-year DADA class, and that's for a few reasons. First, he starts off with a practice-based lesson rather than a theory-based lesson. Beginning with a practical lesson gets his students excited to engage with the material and keeps them coming back through the door ready to be engaged. They know that any day they could walk through that door and have to be ready to perform real magic. And strangely enough, it seems like that's not necessarily true of most classes. He also shows his students that he believes in their ability to perform. He shows them that even though he hasn't taught them anything yet, he believes that they have what it takes to learn right away. And by starting specifically with a boggart, he takes a huge step in gaining his students' trust, because in a class about defending against the dark arts, he starts off by having his students face their greatest fear and laugh in the face of it. He instills in them the bravery that they need to perform in the real world. He shows them that they can defeat what they fear most as long as they have the right tool. And he's a genius for starting off with Neville. Now, Snape?
What now? Isn't this bad enough?
You start off by warning Lupin about Neville, but you forget that Lupin knew Frank and Alice Longbottom, so he knows that Neville comes from powerful wizards. And certainly he's already heard about Neville and knows how nervous he is. So, by you insulting Neville and giving Lupin the opportunity to show the rest of the class that he believes in Neville, you really only gave Lupin the chance to show that he's an even better teacher than you are. And like, ooh, big man, able to hurt the feelings of a 13-year-old.
You watch it.
Fight me. Lupin's able to get his students excited about this subject for the first time ever. And he also gets Hermione's approval, and we know that that's like everything. And that's actually where I'm going to wrap up today's discussion, you guys. Let me know what you think about what I've had to say in the comments below. Is Snape a bad teacher, or do you think I'm way off the mark there? Is Lupin the best teacher? I'm not even going to let you tell me that I'm wrong about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and leave some love for both of them down below. And that is going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like what I do and want to follow along, please subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single chapter as we reread the Harry Potter series. And if you really love being a part of this community, there are ways to support me on screen and in the description below. If you like this video, I really think you will enjoy my video about why McGonagall is the best. And I also do fun song parodies that you can watch in the playlist right there. Your assignment for next week is to read Chapter 8, that is Flight of the Fat Lady. So make sure you read that by next Tuesday. Until then, happy reading, and get back to Christmas.